Hello. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Have a busy meeting. I'm sorry, a busy morning of meetings.
I sure have.
Yeah.
Lots of
Um,
them. Let me tell you.
well, as you know, this is Megan Cornelison with Adobe,
Great.
and I really just wanted to take about 15 minutes today to kind of get to know your business a little bit better and see how we can design a custom solution through Adobe for you. So does that sound good?
That does sound good. I have 15 minutes for you, so that's great.
Wonderful. Okay. First, is it okay if I ask you just a few questions about your business?
You bet. You bet. That's a good
Okay.
place to start.
Okay. I know that your business was started in 2006. How has the volume that you guys do of training grown since then?
Well, I think it's gone pretty well. I mean, we've maxed out our facilities, so I think it's gone okay. I think
Okay.
we have. I think we're missing some opportunity with some of the teachers around here, but yeah, I mean, I think it's gone okay.
Okay. And what do you mean by you're missing an opportunity with some of the teachers in that area?
Oh, I just think that we're not right in the central area of Phoenix, and one of our major competitors is located there, and so
Right.
in order to compete, I've had to drop my price a little bit to compete with that, just because drive sometimes to come to us,
Yeah.
so and spend
Yeah,
some
I
extra time.
understand.
Yeah,
Sure.
that extra time they don't have, right? So
Exactly. Yeah. Certainly. I know.
yeah,
I remember. I have a couple family members who are teachers. I know they don't have any extra time.
they don't
Um,
really.
what kind of growth plans do you have for the future going from here?
Well, gosh, I mean, I'd certainly like to grow my business. I just, I've heard that these online tools are something that we should really be looking at. Our competition doesn't use them at this point, and maybe that's something that we could, differentiate ourselves, from the competition a little bit if we had some unique method to, teach teachers. So.
Right. Yeah, it's smart. It's a great opportunity for competitive advantage.
Yeah.
I really think Adobe Connect is a way for you to get that competitive advantage. Are you
Okay.
currently using any computer technology in the training process?
No, we're not
No.
very sophisticated. We use PowerPoints and video presentations sometimes,
Mhm.
and we'll have teachers come in or people come in with industry experience to help in those classes to share their ideas on how they teach and all that. So we have guest speakers sometimes come in. So it takes time, and it's hard for us to line
Right.
them up too. So.
Right. Well, that's actually perfect because with some of the solutions that Adobe can offer you, actually be able to use those same tools you're already using, the PowerPoint and
Okay.
those speakers, but you'll actually be able to use them a lot more cost effectively because you can reach more people with them.
Oh, cool. Wow.
So yeah, and I mean, based kind of jumping off of that, we have several benefits that are really exclusive to Adobe.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
first is going to be. Oh, go ahead.
Because I've been looking at that WebEx tool
Right.
now
Right.
as well.
Yeah,
So that'd be
I
good to
believe
know.
that. Yeah, I think Mary Woodling had mentioned that to me when she mentioned you were looking into this, that you were looking into WebEx.
Yeah.
One of the features of Adobe is that it's not going to require any downloads for the teachers that are your students.
Okay.
So all they're going to need to access this is a web browser and Flash, which is on the vast majority of computers already. So it's not going to make it more complicated for your students, which I think is going to be really good when you're marketing it to them. That this is going to be something very easy for them to access.
Well,
They're
that's
going to
important.
save that driving time, but they're also going to save time not having to download any new systems. So.
Right. Well, I know that's been an issue for us just testing their system. I mean, we're just testing it, and have to load a download for just the live meeting portion, but then also there's a separate recording, proprietary type recording or download that I have to view. So I have actually two big downloads, and you know what? I don't think people are going to really like that when they're when they want to do a course like this, and
Right.
So I'm
When
glad to hear that you guys have a different approach to it. So what else?
Yeah,
What are some other unique features about the Adobe tool?
The second part is how we maintain interactivity with the class. I think one of the big fears of taking online classes for students and of teaching online classes for instructors is that you're afraid that, there's just this big gulf between you and nobody's going to get it. And we provide a lot of tools that help the instructors see that whether or not their students are getting it.
Cool.
If you look over at the meeting screen right now, I'm going to show you a couple of these. First of all, of course, it can be linked with webcams. So if you want that face-to-face contact for the guest speakers or something like that, they can, the students can see them. But that's pretty common. One of the other things we have is we have polls where you can actually go in and kind of just get a quick idea of what the students, how they're reacting to what's going on, get them involved, figure out what they're thinking. I'm creating one real quick right here. It takes literally maybe about 20 seconds. And then you've got a poll going where you can see in real time their answers showing up. So that's something it's really, that they can change their answer. That's kind of a good tool that I know teachers use that in classrooms a lot, but it can be hard to get that over the computer. So.
Well, what's nice is that I can keep it anonymous, or I can share it with everybody. So if I want to get an idea of how effective my teaching that day was, I can certainly ask those questions any time, and really tailor my course or change it as based on the feedback I get from these students.
Exactly.
And it's easy
there's
too.
Right. That's what I like about it. It's also easy. You don't want to have to have your instructors do a lot more training time, because then that's costing you more than it might be gaining you.
Well, right, because we're not very, technologically savvy, as you probably know. But it's a different approach that we're taking versus the online or excuse me, the on-site training that we're all used to. So this is going to be a big shift for us in how we're thinking and how we're delivering our courses and such. So
yeah, we want to make that shift as easy as possible for you. So it is all very simple. You've also got obviously the chat that you can pop up as you've already seen over on the left side of the screen.
I see that.
But that actually can be made private or public as well. So if you want students to be able to submit questions that the other students who are in the classroom at the time can't see, you can actually change that setting very, very quickly and make it so just the presenters can see it. And that will also help you maintain students' privacy while also connecting with them. So.
I see. Oh, that's neat. Wow. Yeah, that's important because, we want to keep that privacy and security. And
absolutely, yeah.
So they feel like it's a secure medium for teaching courses. So.
Yeah, it helps them feel safe, so they'll actually learn better. They don't think that all their business is out there. So. There's one other real small feature in this interactivity piece where there's actually a raise hand feature. So if you're trying to kind of just get a general idea, if you ask a yes or no question or see who might want to participate, students can literally click that little icon to raise their hand almost as it's a real classroom. So it's kind of trying to tie in the people aspect of the technology and keep it down to earth with that. Make it a little easier to use. So.
That makes sense. That's great. I like that. That's a nice feature.
So all of that, it'll make it easier for your instructors to adapt to this as well as making it easy for the students. And then another thing is that, like I already said, it's going to be easy for them to create learning content on this for your instructors, and also to share the PowerPoints and documents that they may already be using. You can see I just uploaded a PowerPoint slide real quick on this. In that same way, you can upload any type of Flash videos or JPEG, any photos they need to upload. It's all real simple for them to figure out. There's a whiteboard built into the program as well, so you can actually see almost like having a little chalkboard that you can draw on. So I'm going to pull that up here. So if you need any diagrams, anything like that, you can just draw on that. So all of that's going to make it easy for your instructors as well. Do you have any questions about that so far?
No, that's neat because it has some of the same elements of a classroom experience as
exactly.
well. So, and that's important. We want to mimic as much as we can the same classroom experience. So so there's less turmoil with these folks who maybe have never done one of these online programs, and in 6 years they'll want to do it again. So
right, exactly.
Their certification comes up for renewal. So
yeah, and that is exactly what you want. So. The other piece that I haven't demoed on here for you, but it's also included with our custom software solutions, is that you're actually able to track learning content. So you can create individual learning modules for the students, and then they just get a little login, and they can actually just see the courses that they're assigned to and take those specific courses. And that can also be exactly, whenever they want, but it can also be integrated with these virtual meetings.
Oh,
So
cool.
it can also, you can include, you need to attend this meeting as part of their course.
Oh, that's neat. Wow. So we could
Yeah.
actually do this inside of this interface here and give testing or have them take these
Mhm.
learning modules while we're in a live classroom. That is very cool.
Exactly.
And
And
that's
that's the
something
way that
is
go
that
ahead.
something WebEx can do? Can WebEx do
No,
that?
I mean WebEx doesn't have it integrated with the meetings.
Okay. They have
So
their own
so
separate ones. Yeah.
right.
I like
So
that
it's I
aspect.
mean this interface is a lot easier in that way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a neat feature that would be really unique as well. Huh.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
So how can we address that? Like, for some of these teachers may not. Some of my teachers, my trainers.
Mhm.
What I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
they're heavy loaded in the summertime, and they're working real hard in the summertime. And is this a tool that I could use like year round, or, I mean, is it broaden my reach and for students as
Mhm.
well?
Yeah, because what you can do with it, first of all, your instructors can create can plan all of their content very well in advance.
Uh-huh.
They'll have the opportunity, like I said, to create those learning modules and basically, schedule out the course that the students need to take. And then because this software can be used remotely, because you're able to so easily connect with students at different locations, they may be able to just, fit this into their school year schedules, in the evenings or something like that, without having to make the drive to Flagstaff, from Phoenix or wherever they're located.
So you're not
So
only helping me, you're helping my customers as well with a tool like this.
exactly, which
Yeah.
helps you. So
Yeah, which helps us all. That's great. Well, I appreciate you thinking
yeah.
of them because that's really important in this process because we want to make sure it's easier for them to join the class and the courses and so I've in competition with my Department of Education I've had to lower my price to $3.99 just to compete with their price. They're like what
Mhm.
$4.59 I think for the
Mhm.
same. So how do you see that? I mean, is that something? Do I need to lower my price even more just to attract people with this online technology?
I don't necessarily think you'll need to lower your price more because I think that in a way you're offering the students more because you're offering them learning on their own time.
Okay.
So that's kind of the way that I see that you can frame it. And
Okay.
as far as integrating the cost of this system into your system, it's actually going to be um, it's really not, like I said, there's not a big startup cost to it because you don't have those complicated downloads. You don't need new software or new computers
Right.
necessarily. And then we actually base the pricing on a monthly basis just to use the program, but we do
Okay.
offer discounts if you are able to pay up front annually.
I
So
see.
I think it'll actually work pretty well with your cost structure, and also, as we said, it's going to help smooth out your demand by offering more courses not during the summer. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, is it something that my students or my customers per se, the students who are coming to my classes, is there any problem with their computers? Because it seems like this is a pretty nice application. I mean, would it?
Mhm.
Can anybody join any platform or any if they're on a modem or anything, can
Yeah.
they join too? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I said, it requires only a web browser, pretty basic internet speed since it's not real
Okay.
complicated since it is run straight out of a web browser.
Huh.
So pretty much any of your students that have internet access, which I'm sure most of the teachers do now,
Yeah, they do.
especially with the classrooms and everything I know they need to do for their classes, they'll have that access. They'll be able to join it very easily.
Great.
So.
Well, it sounds like a unique approach, and it looks like it's got some unique features over the WebEx thing that I've been looking at as well. So, I hadn't really known about Adobe that Adobe did anything like this, but I
Mhm.
mean I've heard of them, but so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Adobe's actually we've been in business for 25 years now. We've had a lot of large companies and real small companies also benefit from this. I know, like I already mentioned, at Mountain View Consulting, they were using this type of software. And another thing that I love being able to offer about it is that there's 24/7 technical support.
Oh, cool.
So that way, if your instructors are trying to create something and having a problem, or even worse, they're trying to have one of these live meetings and they have some type of issue with it, they literally have support that they can call anytime here at Adobe.
So you think I can grow my business with a tool like this?
Absolutely, yes.
So I
I
won't
think
be.
it's really going to help you reach more customers. So.
Hmm. And I know we have a lot of market in this area, so I mean, it certainly I could come up with a marketing plan to you know to let them know that you know maybe drop you know raise my price a little bit, and maybe even look at marketing to you know folks in the state that you know who can get these certifications without having to travel. I think that would be key.
Yeah,
So
absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, it may even long term help you expand to other types of training, other than if you choose to, because
okay.
you'll have you'll have this tool that you can really reach anybody anywhere with.
We could do other types of certifications potentially,
Mhm.
and you know, and yeah, I mean, part of this is keeping my employees employed all year long, as opposed to working those summer months when they probably prefer to have some free time, right?
Right, exactly. This, like I said, this will kind of help balance it out so that
Balance
they
it
can do a
out.
little more work in the school year and not be so
Yeah.
overloaded in the summer. So,
I think you've given me some really good points to think about and consider, you know, and you know, that's great. What else do
okay.
you have for me? I just have a couple more minutes
Mhm.
of time, so
Yeah, I did want to just speak to you a little bit about the actual pricing, because I know that's of course
oh
a huge consideration.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, we have. I'm
Do
trying
you
to
have
get
a
it pulled
slide
up
on
here
that,
for
or
you, but
do you have a slide, or are you just
um,
going to walk through it verbally?
I have a browser open actually that I'd like to show you if I
Oh,
can. I'm
perfect.
just going to find that real quick. Like I already discussed, it's based off of monthly use of the system is I think what would
Okay.
work best for your setup,
Uh-huh.
and but there is a discount for being able to purchase that in advance, like I said. Can you see the piece I have pulled up here with the pricing chart?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I see it. Okay, good.
Okay.
Great.
So if you see on the right, just our basic options, you've got the $55 a month, and then there's that $10 per month discount for annual. That
Okay.
piece, I think we're going to be able to get you a little better solution if we do one of these custom solutions for you, because that way we can integrate that training aspect in, where I was mentioning that they can track their training and create these courses for each of the students.
Yeah, that's real important to me. I think
Mhm.
that in itself is the feature that would really make us unique and different, and you know from the
Mhm.
competition as well. So you know that's
Absolutely.
my goal
Yep.
is being different, and you know that helps my business, right? You know.
Right. And that's what's going to save your instructors
Yeah.
some time too, being able to create those. So those custom
Reusable
solutions.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
reusable. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Once they create a module, it will be reusable.
Nice.
So those custom solutions, like I said, we do need to kind of figure out kind of on our end a little more of the pricing on that. You've got
Yeah.
that base price of $55. It may be, somewhere between an additional $20 to $30 a month to integrate all of the training pieces that you'll need. But I think that's going to be a pretty reasonable cost for your business compared to the clients that you'll be able to gain with this. So
That's a
if
good
you'd
point.
like to, I can actually I can get a quote put together for you if you want to just go ahead and. Do you have any more questions about Adobe? Are there any problems you see with integrating this with your business?
No, I think that's a good
Okay.
sound approach. I think you've made some good points and valid points. I'd certainly like to give a trial a shot, but I really would like to see some pricing. So if you want to
Absolutely.
put that quote
Absolutely.
together, that'd be good.
Yeah, what we can do, we also do have a free trial option if you want to be able to play with it a
okay.
little bit more on your computers. I'll get you set up with that free trial,
Okay,
and then I
that's
can
good.
get
That's
you
good.
our quote on the pricing and go ahead and get this rolling for you, okay?
Yeah, I think it's very palatable. It hits on all the key elements of the business that I'm interested in. So yeah, I mean that really helps me see a bigger picture than I saw before this conversation started. So
Great. I'm glad we
great.
were able to do that. So
Thanks,
I'll get
Meg.
you the free trial, and we'll get you
Okay.
that custom pricing, okay?
So we'll be talking to you real soon then, I guess, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much for your time.
All right. Thank you.
All
Have a great
right.
day.
You too. Take care.
You
Bye-bye.
too.